Hello everyone, welcome to PHTV Channel 4 in Palos Heights. I'm Sue Jankowski and welcome to our program today. This is one of my very favorite programs. This is when we get to dream big and make those dreams a reality if you want to. It's our travel show, which we love hearing about. We love looking at the brochure and we really enjoy our guest, Kathy Janes, who is with us every month, as you know. Welcome today, Kathy.
Thank you very much.
And she comes from Class Travel in Worth. Should you need her services, she's there. We'll give you more information on that later. And she brings us a guest, as she always does, and we're really excited and happy that Cesar Romero is here with us today, and he's from Palladium Hotel Group. Welcome today, Cesar.
Thank you so much, Sue, for having me here.
You're very welcome.
I appreciate it.
He brings a lot of great information about some nice warm places you're going to want to go, and by the time you see this, you may not see the snow outside, but you know
Oh, yeah.
you went through it, and you're going to be happy to be thinking about some sunny, nice warm water and sunny skies and all of that. So we'll get started talking to Cesar in a minute, but Kathy, is there anything you want to mention first before we get started? Business is very busy.
Oh my goodness, it's
everybody
booming.
Wants to go somewhere.
It's booming. We're having a great time with this. We're enjoying what we're doing. It's just been crazy for us recently, and hey guys, that's great. I love it. So thank you very much. Keep it up, please.
Keep getting a hold of her if you need to have some travel plans made. And if you see an idea from the show, you can just give her a call and she can make that happen for you.
Cool.
Now, after you see what I've just been paging through the books, and I haven't seen a whole lot. I mean, I haven't heard a lot yet. But I am hearing, even Judy, our camera person, was talking about being in some of these places and how great they are. So you're going to really like hearing about it. So first of all, Cesar, we're wondering, what is the Palladium Hotel Group? Is that specific hotels in one location, multiple locations? Talk to us a little bit about
Actually,
that.
Palladium Hotels and Resorts is based in Spain, and we have several hotels. The most important that we are promoting here in the U.S. are the ones located in Mexico and the Caribbean. We have hotels that are all-inclusive, family-friendly. We also have sections for adults only. Palladium Hotel Groups also has hotels in Europe, in Italy, in Spain, and we have actually one in Brazil. So it's a pretty large family-owned company, and what we strive is to have families together in a very nice environment and all-inclusive.
And all-inclusive. So are all the hotels in this resort group all-inclusive?
No, we have the city hotels. These city hotels will be non-all-inclusive, but the ones that we are promoting here with Kathy today, they are all-inclusive in Mexico and the Caribbean. That will be Punta Cana, that will be Jamaica, Montego Bay, Riviera Maya in Mexico, and also in the Pacific side in Vallarta.
Oh, okay. Well, that sounds like great places to go. So, say we're going to Puerto Vallarta, and what would we expect to see and do, and what kind of amenities would it have at that resort?
This is very interesting, Sue, because one of the news that we have about this region is that this hotel was a handicap hotel, so to say, because it will take you an hour and 15 minutes to go from the Puerto Vallarta airport to the Punta de Mita area north. Last year they opened a new bypass that now it takes you only half an hour from the Puerto Vallarta airport to our hotel. Once you go to the hotel, you're going to experience, number one, our newly renovated zoo, that we have a zoo for rescued animals in the region.
That's
and
cool.
Also you're going to have these amazing newly renovated rooms. Back in 2015 we did the major renovation in this hotel with heated pools. So now you can imagine, sometimes when you arrive in winter time, the water is not as warm as you expect in Mexico. That's why we decided to put heat in our pools.
Oh, that was probably a really great idea.
It was a really nice idea. The other thing is, because these hotels are focused on family, we decided to add a water park.
Oh.
So we have a water park for the
Nice.
kids. We also have a swim-up bar for adults.
Thank you.
Yes, and it's very
That's their
important.
water
Yeah, right,
It's
exactly.
very important, and one of the most amazing places to watch a sunset in the Pacific, when you go to the Mexican restaurant Viva Mexico, and you will experience a delicious margarita watching the sunsets. And also in winter time, like tonight, like today, we have the whales jumping in front of your hotel.
Oh,
So
wow.
it's a really nice area. This hotel also gives you the opportunity to have free surfing lessons because it's a surfing area right there. And as a day trip, you can go to Sayulita, a very nice hippie surfing town.
Oh, well, that's good.
It's
That's fun,
really
too.
nice.
Well,
It's a
hippie
lot of
surfing
fun.
town.
20 minutes from the hotel.
Yeah, well, very nice. And then you can stop by the zoo. It's nice that it's for rescued animals.
That's
and,
correct.
So that makes it kind of fun too. Now, would you say that I know in our introduction you talked about like an adult, there's adult places to go to too. In this resort, is the pool with the swim-up bar more like that's an adult pool?
That's correct, and it's called the Royal Suites. With Palladium, we have the Royal Suites for adults only. In this case, will be the Royal Suites Punta de Mita, and it's going to be a part of this complex, but in a separate section. We want the adults to have their own experience, their own swim-up bar, their own pools, their own restaurants, their own lobby, and very important, butler service. So you're going to have somebody there for you 24/7 taking care of every need that you have.
Wow, that is really great. And we love the family trips, and knowing that you can have a nice warm pool and a water park and your families are welcome and there's restaurants that are available for the family is wonderful. But then on the opposite end, sometimes couples want to get away and not be with the family, and so they don't want to really sit next to the baby crying at the restaurant.
You don't want that. You don't want that, and that's one of the things that Palladium has been doing. When you have Palladium hotels, even though you're going to have the family section, you will always have an area for adults only. And that, for instance, in the Vallarta Hotel, that's my favorite spot because you're going to have this amazing pool looking at the Pacific, and you can have your margarita watching the whales jumping right there. So you're going to have also in the family-friendly area an adults-only pool, plus the adults-only hotel, the Royal Suites Punta de Mita, where no kids are going to be, found in that area. So this is perfect, for instance, where you have the generations, going, or weddings, for instance. That's why we have this amazing brochure right here. Sometimes the couple wants to be away from the kids, I will say always, so they can stay at the Royal Suites and the family can stay at the Grand Palladium, and you're still in the same complex.
Oh, and
That's
that is
cool.
great too, and
That's cool.
especially for something when the big family is coming, like to a wedding.
Absolutely.
So that the family with the kids can have fun, but the adults can, have that time away too. So, are there many weddings that take place there, and is the wedding service there?
That is very interesting question, Sue, because what we do in Palladium, we have the wedding coordinators on site. So, for instance, every time the bride wants to take any kind of question, we have an 800 number at every destination that they can call the wedding coordinator at that place. We don't want to overbook. We never overbook. We don't want to have like the brides, making a line one after the other. We want the brides to have the special day. The majority of the weddings that I have seen in this place, of course, are by sunset. You're going to see this amazing sunset, this amazing place right on the beach. And very important to mention, in this hotel, we have also a Catholic chapel. For instance, you want to have a Catholic wedding, you're going to have a Catholic chapel right on property.
Oh, that's nice too. So you can have that religious part of your ceremony if that's what you
Absolutely.
desire. So you have a wedding coordinator that can arrange everything for you, so you don't have to panic about how am I going to do this long distance.
Oh no, and absolutely all our wedding coordinators are very fluent in English. So when you're going to be calling, you're going to be calling an 800 number that's not going to be, you need to be transferred to another one. It's actually the wedding coordinator who's answering the phone.
Oh, very nice. So actually planning something like this, would you recommend, if people are interested in planning wedding, does this take 3 months, 6 months, a year out to plan something like this? How spontaneous can we
That
be?
is a great question. Of course, the longer the time you're planning, it's going to be the better. I always recommend this for every bride and groom that are looking at this or watching this program, is always set a date. Once you have a date fixed, you can work around everything. We always thank Kathy that she's doing the bookings, and then would you please just go directly with our wedding coordinator and do everything with them. We love to talk to the brides. There are so many questions. It's your special day. We want to make it very special. So that is why we have now the 800 numbers that you can call and just make every decision right there.
Oh, that's so helpful and so great. And so many people are doing that destination wedding right now.
That's correct.
So you're doing a combination wedding / honeymoon vacation for people if they can do it, and that makes it really, really fun. Now, what about moving on to, for example, Riviera Maya? I've heard that. I've heard a lot of people, enjoy that, and it's a destination people go to year after year because they enjoy it so much.
That's exactly right, and our hotel is located actually in Riviera Maya, in between the Playa del Carmen and Tulum area. So that makes you the area that is booming now. It's like an hour from the Cancun airport. It's called Akumal, and it's an excellent place for snorkeling. We have an amazing hotel there, also Grand Palladiums, several Grand Palladiums. We call them like Colonial, Cantina, White Sand. The best place about the best part of Palladium hotels is that you pay one, you play in all. So that's the best thing, that you don't have to just, you have to remain in your own hotel. Once you pay the Grand Palladium, you can play in all of them. But also we have the Royal Suites Yucatan, which the best thing is that this year we're gonna do an amazing renovation. We're gonna go from 130 rooms for adults to 454.
Wow.
So we're gonna have a great renovation. No new construction. We're actually taking one of the Grand Palladiums and we're gonna turn it, because we were very successful with the adults only market.
Oh, yeah. Well, a lot of people are looking for that. So
That's correct.
And so, say you go there, what you're saying is, since it's all inclusive, if you wanted to have dinner over at a different section, or you wanted to use the pool or spa or whatever, you're able to go from place to place with no...
You don't have any limits. The only limit that will be for Grand Palladium, they cannot go to the Royal Suites adults only. It's kind of obvious, but the Royal Suites can use everything. One of the best things about Palladium hotels is that we don't have any reservations for a la carte dining and no limit. So I know, because I've been working with other companies, that, for instance, if you go 1 week, you only have 3 nights.
Yes.
In Grand
Yes.
Palladium,
Yeah.
you can eat at any time, especially when you have the Royal Suites. You go with your butler. You don't need to make, you actually
please.
have the privilege of making dinner reservations. So for instance, the Grand Palladium is first come, first serve basis. The Royal Suites can go bypass everybody and go to their table. So that's one of the.
That's cool.
That's part of the.
That's cool.
That's like a fast pass at Disney.
That's cool.
Yeah, same
That is
idea,
correct.
exactly.
That is
Yeah.
correct.
That's really a nice feature. Well, that sounds really, really good, and very pretty. And actually, that's not a far ride on the plane, right?
It is not. It's not. Actually, you do about 3 hours probably from Chicago to Cancun. A lot of people, they don't know, Cancun is actually north part of Mexico City. So you are northern, a little bit north from Mexico City. So it's only 3 hours. Once you arrive, it's going to be an hour to go to the Akumal area. The best part of this area is that you're going to be half an hour for a day trip to Playa del Carmen and half an hour to go to the archaeological site of Tulum.
Oh.
So you are exactly in between these day trips that
Perfect.
you can go from one place or the other.
What's the length of stay that people can, like, I know people want to stay there for weeks, or, they could probably stay there for a small amount of time, but in general, are people staying for like 5 days, 7 days?
It's a week usually. What especially for instance when people are thinking about doing all this all-inclusive in 3 nights. Believe me, 1 day is going to be the trip. The next day is going to be the go back. You're going to enjoy the hotel for 1 day.
Yeah.
Doesn't make a lot of sense.
It doesn't.
But when you take a trip, you are able to enjoy the hotel, but also the day trips that you have, because of the great locations that Palladium hotels have.
Yeah, that would make sense. And you can't wind down in 3 days either.
Absolutely not. Believe me, you're going to be unpacking and then you have to pack again.
Right.
Doesn't make any
Yeah,
sense.
just where your
It's like,
bathing
why did I
suit is.
unpack?
Yeah.
Why did I bother to do this?
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
You need a
Yeah.
little bit more time. Okay, now you also mentioned Jamaica as one of your destinations that we're talking
That
about
is
today.
correct.
And what makes that good, different, and something we should do?
Well, actually, this hotel is having one of the best features like Riviera Maya. For instance, when you are in Jamaica, you're going to be arriving to the Montego Bay airport, and you're going to be able to go to the hotel in 45 minutes because we're between Montego Bay and Negril, which makes our great selling point is that our beaches are private.
Oh, that is nice.
It's great because, you know what, for instance, you also want to go to Negril, half an hour You're going to be in Negril, an amazing area, or half an hour to Montego Bay. But at the same time, you can go to, like I call, your cocoon, and just stay there where the beaches are only for guests. So it's really nice. We actually have one of the largest pools in the Caribbean. Actually, another hotel came and just added 1 inch, and they took our first
How
place.
dare them?
I know, but you know what? This is one of the most amazing features from this hotel. We have this amazing pool, and also we have 2 hotels, the Grand Palladium Jamaica and the Grand Palladium Lady Hamilton. Again, you can go back and forth. We have actually 3 beaches, and one of them is an adults-only cove. Again, if you don't want to be with kids, you always have a little area where you go with the adults-only pool. You just cross the area, and you are right there in the adults-only beach.
That's neat.
It is
That's
really
neat.
nice,
That's
really
nice,
nice.
yeah.
Now, with the cuisine in each place, is it like local? Like in Jamaica, you're going to be eating like Jamaican food, and when
Yes.
you're at the other Mexican place, it's going to be Mexican food. What is the cuisine at all these?
Palladium Hotels always wants to have the local feeling. Some people or some companies, for instance, you go to different places, you're going to feel exactly the same. In Palladium, for instance, in Jamaica, we have the jerk, which is the most important part of the cuisine. We're going to have the Jamaica restaurant, but also you're going to have the taste of India. India had a lot of input for the Jamaica people. So we're gonna have the Indian restaurant, they're gonna have the Spanish restaurant, of course, it's a Spanish company, the Mexican restaurant in Montego Bay also. So we have different cuisines for the choice. And again, you know, I will never get tired of repeating the same thing, is that it's unlimited a la carte dining, no reservations needed.
That's a big thing right
It
there. I'm
is a big
sorry.
thing.
That is a
You
very
know,
big
all
thing, is
inclusive.
reservations.
Yeah.
It gets difficult when you get there and you have to make your reservations and people have been there before you. Now you can't get in where you want to. So
That is
that's
correct,
a
Kathy.
great selling point
Thank
right
you.
there.
Oh, okay.
That-
I
Yeah.
see. So that could be a problem.
Yes, it could be.
So
Yes.
you get there, you want to make a reservation at a particular,
And it's
just booked.
Right. So with their place not having to make reservations is a huge selling point that makes things so much better for everybody concerned.
Okay.
And if I may add something that also is very important to note, that we have amazing buffets. So for instance, you have the kid is kind of cranky, he wants to go to bed. Probably the best option for this family is just to go to the buffet, go at their own pace.
Yes.
But there's always the possibility for a la carte restaurants.
Oh yeah, that is very good. Yeah, and I do think it's nice to have whatever country or city you're in, the local cuisine is nice.
It
You
is.
don't always want to get a cheeseburger somewhere. You want to eat.
You can have it. You can have it, but believe me, the jerk in Jamaica is delicious. The cuisine is delicious. It has had a lot of influence from different countries, like for instance China, like for instance India. So it's a very rich, and of course the British, the Spanish were there before, and that's important with the cuisine too.
Right, exactly. Now let's go back a little bit and just talk about the butler service that you mentioned, because
Absolutely.
I think that is kind of a fun
I like that.
component of
Yeah,
something
I
that
do
sounds
too.
really great to have a butler. So what does that butler do for people who want that butler service?
So let me tell you, for instance, if you are in a Grand Palladium hotel without the butler, usually you have to go, to the front desk for every question you have or need. In the case of the butler, every villa is going to have their own front desk. So for instance, the butler is going to tell you the activities that you have for during the day, in case you need to make reservations for a la carte, but also it's going to tell you about the tours that you can do for the day. He can book that for you. He can give you, for instance, reminders, what time I should be ready for the transfer back to my hotel. Please
I
don't
love
get
it.
late. Don't be late. Don't be late. And that's one of the things the butler will always take good care of you. You need more towels, more fresh towels. You need, I don't know, probably you need a little bit more of a specific kind of wine. We have a list of wines. We have a great different kind of great liquor, for top shelf liquor for the Royal Suites client.
Is that part of your all-inclusive?
It is part of the all-inclusive. And one of the things that I am very happy to say is that we have American beers in the mini bars. That will be probably good for the people from Wisconsin. They always want their beer. So you can open your mini bar. You're gonna have the American beer. You're gonna find either the Bud Light or the. I'm sorry, I'm giving some American beer.
People want to know, right?
They want to have it, but we will always have the local beer too.
Okay.
These beers, the American beers, are going to be served only in the mini bars. Please don't go to the regular bar or the
you won't get it
restaurant.
there.
You're going to have the local beer. I really encourage you to drink local also. It's very interesting to have different flavors.
Of course, yeah. While you're there, try it out. It's,
Absolutely.
it's part of your whole experience. Well, that sounds really nice. I think I'd like a butler.
It would be really kind of cool
Yeah.
for somebody to take care of all this for you, remind you, okay, now you have to get over here or
Yeah.
you got to go there. I like that a lot.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There's so many activities during the day, and a lot of people miss some football on the beach or volleyball, or we're going to have archery, or we're going to have surfing, for instance, free surfing lessons in Vallarta.
I mean, that's a really nice thing, too.
So you
because-
have there, you
Right,
know,
I love
right
it.
there. Also, if you go to our website, Palladium Hotel Group, you can have actually live shots from all our hotels. So you want to see how the people are surfing in Vallarta. You're going to see how the beach is in Jamaica. You can always click there and see a live webcam.
Oh,
Cool.
It's
That's
really
yeah,
nice. So
that's neat.
Yeah.
there's no need to say, how is the beach? You just go there and see with your own eyes right in your computer.
Well, that's a good idea because then you can go and look right now. Go there, and
Yeah.
then when you see what you like,
Call me.
Give Kathy a call so she can arrange it for you. Well, Cesar, is there anything else you want to mention to our viewers about having the Palladium experience?
Well, to have the Palladium experience, I always say one thing is always go to a travel agent. I mean, it's very important to have the knowledge of travel agents. It's not going to cost you more. Actually, it's going to cost you less because believe me, every tour can probably have something that it was not planned. You can always go to a travel agent and ask her for. Kathy,
you.
for instance, she's going to celebrate her 25th anniversary. Congratulations!
Thank you. Thank you.
25 years of being there doing that is not going to cost you more, but it's going to give you a lot of knowledge about whatever you want to do. Not only Palladium, any kind of tour is great to go with a travel agent. So for instance, Kathy, thank you so much for your support that you're doing with Palladium.
You're very welcome,
And
sir.
the last thing that I would like to say, for instance, with Palladium, we're not only stopping there, we're going to go north of Cancun in 2018. We're going to be opening another Grand Palladium and another Royal Suites for 2018. So it's really nice that this company is always caring for great locations to have a great family experience. And for instance, for the Royal Suite guests, we will always have this amazing service for our people that they just want to have a relaxed time, a romantic time with the Royal Suites, but always in excellent locations.
Very nice. It sounds absolutely wonderful, and I think everybody about this time of year, any time of year, but really after the winter, we all are looking forward to that
yes.
special
Get this-
time where
yeah.
we can relax and enjoy ourselves.
Get
and,
this over with. We're
well,
tired
kind
of winter.
get
We're ready to go on.
refreshed so
Correct.
we can
And let's
keep going.
do it again,
Let's get out there, right?
and do this.
Well, Kathy,
Please.
thank you for being with us today.
Thank you, honey. It was very interesting.
it.
Thank you very much. It was very, very
Thank
interesting.
you
very
It's
much
so
so.
interesting. It sounds beautiful, and it sounds like if you want to plan a wedding, or you could probably even do a renewal of vows or something like that. They probably do that too.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely.
that's a really fun thing to think about and plan. So you can go ahead and plan ahead and do that. We'll see you next time on the Travel Show when we bring you some other really great place you're going to want to go. But in the meantime, give Class Act Travel a call. We'll have that information right up on the screen for you to give them a call. All right? Thank you. Thanks
Thank
for
you.
watching. Bye-bye.
Thank you.